Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers, off we go from L.A. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
All day, dog.
Now Rivers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Twist.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Got white 90. Round 80.
Base. Checked up.
Red. Split.
Now Gordon on 1st down. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Check green 90. Black 15.
Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, let's get up.
Buffalo one. Buffalo one.
The field, D. Much.
80 high. 80 high.
To throw, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Black. Stay hot.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 41, Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Rivers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
13. 13. 12.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Kill.
6. 5.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 18 on the play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 15 yards. yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A toss play. Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the...
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 50 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Oh, look at the Jew. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Check.
Left.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. On is the Chargers punter now. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. It's a run by Coleman to start the 3rd quarter. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st down, Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this dig.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's got some space here. There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11. Jim. White. Hey, alert.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 79 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Brown 80.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. He will push his way down to about the 14. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 4, check 4. Q. Wait, 85.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost him.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Watch the slant.
Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going deep for Benjamin. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play. First down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now Rivers on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Williams. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Run 80.
Check, Mike, 54.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Rivers to Gordon, out left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.